A pleasant good night to each and every one of you in Georgetown, Guyana. As you might be aware, today is the 12th of March. 10 days have passed since the election. You went to the poll to vote for whatever party, whatever you want. 10 days have passed, and yet we have problem with the result. This is an old custom from the PNC and the PPP, ladies and gentlemen. These two parties geared to destroy the country and the citizens and keep you people down. The difference from today and yesteryear is vast, because in the past you could kill, kidnap, hijack, and nobody knows anything. Now with a cell phone and a few dollars, people will give up people. So the world changed. Why am I telling you these things? Because I was a young man, but very inquisitive. Learned a lot. And yes, when you fought against the PPP, you've been victimized. When you fought against the PNC, even though you are fighting for the same stupid, ignorant dummies to make their life better because you have a vision and you have feelings. But you become a victim after. And both party supporter ridicule you, criticize you, mock you. Judges, police are the most corrupting under a dictator system. Or maybe the judges is afraid of the position or their life, so they have to give in, which means they are part and parcel of a crime, especially when it is ruled by dictators. I have a message for all these corrupt judges, magistrates, and police, and the military, and you criminals. Don't make the mistake to hurt people because of a politician or a few dollars. You are not going to enjoy it. And this time here that we are talking about, you don't know who. Do not plunge Guyana into a bloodbath that the Venezuelan don't have to fire one bullet, or the Brazilian. I want you East Indian descendant and black descendant to know. You call upon God, but you are the most corrupt fucking people living on the planet. In a country that don't belong to none of us. Not even because we born there. We have isolated ourselves. You Indian, your name, your culture have shown directly you are from another society, country, and that is it. And you blacks, with all you may not associate physically with your African descendant, mentally you're in Africa. It's your black brother. And I respect these things. Now, by saying that, what the hell happened to both of you that see the Amerindian and yet do not want to give him the rights of his country? Not even ask him to share government. It's not done of you. The curse and the wrath of God is upon both of you. You don't see how many young black men have been murdered in killing and robbery? It's a curse. You don't see how many young Indian men and women killing each other, drinking poison, committing suicide? It's a curse. But your politicians, them, either they're blind or either they don't care about the nation. Because they like to hear these words, big one. And I tell you here today, no man or woman is bigger than another. You may have money, intelligence, education, fortunate enough with some money also. That does not make you different from the man that sits in the street corner hustling a dollar or a beggar, my fellow citizen. Do not plunge Guyana into something that we all regret. I see a lot of foreigners coming in to meet with the President David Granger and Mr. Barry Jagdeo. But I ask those Caribbean brothers, if you cannot tell them the truth, enjoy the vacation and go back where you come from. Because I will enlighten you during the 60s that caused the division between the Indian and the blacks. I know America had hands in it, don't get me wrong. But the Highlanders, they were called Palawala, the Highlanders, were the one who started the killing. Young Indian child, girl child in Mackenzie, Hamilton Green, UC Guyana, Llewellyn John, and you too, David. You must remember, if you don't remember that, then you're not fit to be president. Little 5 and 6 and 7 year young Indian girl was manhandled by black men who opened up their foot and pushed wooden bottle in them. Big women, teenage it was happened to, because the Indian are like the Jews, they do not throw your records. I have seen some of those front page from a paper called Agassi, the Graphic, and the Evening Post. So don't blame the Indian for being afraid of you, the black man of Guyana, because it's what the black has done to them. But I want to set the record straight. It was not Guyana black. They was from the Caribbean island, and I don't want to name those islands as yet, because they came into Guyana, they were the one who do it. But when you two, Indian and black, can be united for a better Guyana, you must return the hospitality to those islands that create your problem. Go to Haituni, Madja, a lot of them living there. Ask them what they've done. Killing, but little girl children. So I ask you, the black mothers and the black fathers, if some Indian or Chinese or Portuguese or the native Indian had done that to your children or your mother, you would have loved them? Don't be a hypocrite and say yes. You will never love them. And since you were illiterate and ignorant and don't understand that you were not the one who do it, was black people like yourself that was imported from the Caribbean to do that bloody nonsense that caused the division between the two of you. I call upon both of you now, for the love of Guyana and your generation. The two political parties must not go back into power. And they all must be given a lie detector test for crime that will be placed upon the table. And if they are convicted for those crimes, theft, hands in murder, and creating disobedience to the nation by causing an uproar and riot with their speech, then we will deal with them according to civilization. But I want to know what happened. Barnum is alleged kill Rodney in his government, Uini and Dublin, young black man. Where is he today? Jagan, the man who said he didn't know and he didn't join politics to take back seat, where is he today? Friends, let us not correct. Let's correct that mistake and don't return in the future to be bitter. Please, you Guyanese blacks is not to be blamed for the 60s, even though some of you had your hands in the looting, and I don't blame you, but you didn't commit those crimes. Those names I mentioned, Hamilton Green can tell you, Llewellyn John, maybe David Granger too, and many more. And after this video, I'm going to do a quick couple of minutes for one reason. A great development, the native, Mr. Lennox Schumer, just with his TP or whatever you call it, stand in the court and you all give him a hard time. You should go over to Suriname and see how many African blacks in the jungle of Suriname. They call them Juka. Women with their breasts out. Just a piece of thing, and now maybe they're civilized a little bit more. Culture up here. But you attack the Amerindian. Don't you want to go in the court? You ever look at the scale and weight? The balance? Think of it. I'm going to pause on this one now to continue the other one and deal with that. I am begging you all, don't accept bullshit. Every one of you need a house, car, and your children in better school. And stop the racial bullshit from APNU side to PPP side. They are not your fucking friends. Trust me. And Guyana should not even have a court since you didn't have a government. So all I can tell you, listen for God's sake, and I can deal with that in the next video. Thank you.